In this video, we'll be sharing 5 quick tips to help you get the most out of Adobe Photoshop. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced user, we hope these tips will help you work more efficiently and effectively in Photoshop. So let's get started. Tip number 1. Using the clone stamp tool to remove blemishes or distractions from an image. The clone stamp tool allows you to copy pixels from one part of an image and paste them over to another part. This can be useful for removing blemishes or distractions from an image. To do this, simply select the clone stamp tool from the toolbar and then hold down the Alt or Option key on a Mac to choose the area that you want to clone. You can also use the left and right brackets on the keyboard to adjust the size of the clone stamp tool. Then simply click and drag the mouse to paint over the area you want to cover up. As you can see here, the area that we clicked with the Option key becomes the reference point for the clone stamp tool. It's best to choose areas immediately surrounding the object that you want to get rid of for the most natural looking effect. Another tip for a more seamless edit is to lower the hardness of the brush in the top left-hand corner. Tip number 2. Using the content-aware fill. Depending on the image, Photoshop can auto-remove objects that you don't want to appear. Just select the lasso tool from the toolbar and create a selection around the object that you want removed from the picture. Next, right-click on the selection and click Content Aware Fill from the drop-down menu. Leave the sampling area options on auto and the color adaptation on default. Now you'll have some different options as to how you want the edit to appear. For example, it can appear on a new layer or the current layer. In this case, we'll put it on a new layer. You can see here Photoshop even gives you a preview of what the image will look like after the edit. Once you've made all the proper adjustments, you can hit OK and view the edited layer. You'll see here that Photoshop has successfully detected and removed the objects that we no longer want in the image. Tip number 3. Using the crop tool to straighten images. If you have a photo that's slightly crooked, you can use the crop tool to straighten it out. Simply select the crop tool from the toolbar and click and drag on any of the corners of the image to rotate it to the desired angle. You can also drag the grid lines over certain parts of the image so that other areas disappear, or even manually adjust the picture ratio. Tip number 4. Using the Liquify tool. The Liquify tool allows you to modify objects in an image by changing their shape. With this tool, you can easily fix problems like wrinkles or distortion in an image, or go beyond simple corrections and create completely new effects. There's multiple options to choose from, including the pucker tool, the forward warp tool, and the bloat tool. You can really get creative with how you use these tools to alter your image in any way you'd like. Tip number 5. Placing images into different perspectives. The vanishing point filter in Photoshop allows us to change the perspective of objects in the image. In this example, we'll be placing a piece of art on an image of a wall. To start, we need to get the frame layer onto the computer's clipboard. Select the frame layer by right-clicking on the layer thumbnail and click Select Pixels. Then hit Command-C to copy the layer, but don't paste it just yet. Create a new layer by clicking the plus button in the bottom right-hand corner, then go to Filter at the top, and then Vanishing Point. Then, you want to create 4 well-defined corners in the photo where you want to place the frame. You can do this by simply clicking where you want to place them. Once you create 4 corners, a grid will appear in the perspective that you defined. Once the grid is made, hit Command-V to paste the image, then drag the frame that you just pasted into the grid. You can also hit Command-T to adjust the size of the object how you see fit. Photoshop will automatically transform the frame into the perfect perspective. This technique is great for interior design or product design mockups.